Friday, Elite Ladies, and it is Friday the 13th of April 2018. And welcome to the podcast and welcome to the Elite CFM Elite Inner Circle. So today I was motivated by today being a motivational Friday and reaching out to all the ladies impacted by life adversities. But before I even get onto the topic at hand, I just wanted to say that hopefully you had a fantastic week and that you're heading towards a self-pampering and also a self-reflective weekend where you get to acknowledge you, raise your vibration, and connect more to your life purpose, your life vision, and your intended purpose in life. So on this platform, I mainly talk about lifestyle business design, which is about also connecting with the mindset so that you can shift forwards and break down some of the self-limiting beliefs, minimize them further so that you can propel forward and connect more and more with your life vision, which is intended to impact and contribute in this world. Then I also talk about digital marketing. So today we're focusing more on the mindset matters, especially relating to life challenges and adversities. And on that note, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Chico Matenda. And as usual, I'm checking in from the UK. And if you're checking in from elsewhere in the world, you're most welcome. Do also feel free to comment, share, and also to follow for future notifications so that you're aware on when the next podcast will come. So by share, I mean sharing is loving, sharing is caring, sharing with like-minded souls, like-minded women, so that they can also contribute on some level. So the topic at hand today is reaching out to other ladies impacted by adversities. So when I woke up earlier on, I was thinking more about women who have been impacted by chronic pain or fibromyalgia related conditions, but then it just escalated from that more and more. So what I was thinking about is that often we're impacted by challenges in life and we may start to question the following. We might start to question the reason why it has happened to us. We may also question why now, and also go through the motions of grief, whether it be being impacted in our lives by experiencing loss of others, loss of loved ones, or through our own internal grief of feeling as though we're losing our sense of self, and going through the emotions that come with grief. So those are like up and down emotions where it can be anger, fear, sadness, and never feeling like you're getting back like on track. But it's also part of the process. Why it's grief is that it's part of the process that takes us through a journey. You may also feel lost in the world and stuck and feel as though there's no other means to improving the situation. Or you may feel like you are on track and starting to figure your life out, and then all of a sudden something happens and then you're thrown off track yet again. Okay, so what do I mean by adversities? So adversities, I just mean that life-changing circumstances which impact you to the point where you might get stuck, or to the point where you might start to question your reason why and purpose in life. And some of those can be traumatic events as well, or just a shift in your desired lifestyle, for instance, career. So it's anything that you may class as an adversity that has shifted something that was is no longer part of the norm of your expected lifestyle. So as I mentioned earlier, when I was thinking about adversities, I was thinking by women impacted by fibromyalgia and chronic pain-related conditions. Then my mind started also to progress further on to think about the recent news and press release by Mariah Carey, who has felt confident now to express to the world that she's been experiencing bipolar-related condition. And some may say suffering from, but I look at it as an experience which can also be something that can be classed as not an easy experience. So she's felt confident enough to share that with the world. And then I thought about taboo and how for most of the majority of women still experience feeling as though they can't outwardly express how, what they're going through or what their experience is due to societal norms as well. You might be a lady who is classed as somebody with a mental health related condition. For instance, so conditions such as anxiety, panic disorder, agoraphobia, you name it. These are medical labels, what I also call extraordinary life experiences as well. And you may have gone through trauma, loss, or many other challenges we are confronted by in life. As a result, you're starting to consider your current lifestyle, or you're already on your way to figuring out how to live a different lifestyle now that you've awoken to the experiences that you've had in life. For some ladies, they go through this sense of loss, feeling stuck, and also feeling as though it's not fair to have this change imposed on them as well. Or you may actually see it as, oh, the change has happened, or I've been afflicted. Now is the opportunity for me, now that I've been awoken, to be able to embrace something new. So wherever you may be in your life at this particular time, I wanted to connect with you and share that I resonate with most of the experiences that I've highlighted above. I have been through nearly most of those experiences. And some of those experiences, such as also receiving like a medical label of a mental health condition through trauma known as bipolar anxiety and panic disorder. I have also been through loss and still experience emotions of grief. And through loss, my life changed in that I felt stuck and also felt a loss of part of like my identity. And I started to also question more about my reason why and purpose in life. I started to awaken more to that. And then now, as I've been mostly open on this podcast, I now live through a chronic pain condition, a musculoskeletal widespread condition known as fibromyalgia. So the lessons learned that I wanted to share with you as well is that where there's a will, there's a way to rise above it all and to start embracing life in a different way. Although it may not feel like that in the moment, you may not even fit in anything that is a traditional form of working, or in order to be able to fit in society. So what that just means is that due to what has happened in life, you may feel like the traditional forms of working do not fit your life. You cannot participate in that, and you may feel like you're losing out on something. Just know that there are other forms of also still continuing to exist. It doesn't necessarily only need to be the traditional forms of working that can help you. Okay, so life has become more accommodating now, and we have means to be able to tap into other sources of our creativity and share that with in different formats. So through your creativity, creating an offline or online business as well. And it's a step-by-step process. And I would highly recommend that you surround yourself with people who elevate or continue to elevate you rather than work against the life adversities that you're experiencing or continue to experience. The reason being is that you still want people who will be able to propel you forward. Okay, and when you surround yourself with positivity, the likelihood is that your life somehow will start to shift. So by positivity, it does not mean that you ignore your life experience. It is an environment which accepts that it is normal to have different life experiences, to be confronted by life challenges, and to the people who embrace all of that and have come to an acceptance, are going through an acceptance that it is okay. So that's what I mean by positivity. Okay, it's often mistaken that we all wake up feeling happy. No, not necessarily, but they're people who have an awareness that life does happen and they're willing to accept you for you and also to help you move one step at a time so that you're able to still continue on your life path and on a life path of contributing through your creative means as well. So you can also create your other ways, as I was mentioning, of being able to fulfill your life purpose, your life passion, and your life vision by tapping into your creativity. So what some of the things that have helped me in the past have been when I've felt stuck or when I've felt lost, and I also felt pained in my heart. The forms of creativity that I tapped into in order for me to release some of the pain was through written word and spoken word. So even as I talk to you right now, there's another layer of me that is going through a transformation where I'm able to just let go some aspects of my life and accept those as is. And now, having like written, having spoken, I can now reflect back and connect to what the life lessons have been, even though it didn't feel like that at the time. But I went through a process where I came to like acceptance. So I also wanted to let you know that you don't have to rush through anything. It's one day at a time. You don't have to fit in anybody's category of what they expect you to be or who you need to be in this world. There's usually the expectation that if you are experiencing something, especially as a woman, because we're used to being looked at as being able to carry a lot of things, being, the household leading in that, and then in work experiences as well, that, oh, this is something like minor and you will get over it or you're not experiencing it. So your experience is real, and your experience is something that when you're able to articulate it without feeling ashamed of it, is to let them, the individuals around you, to let them know that it is a real lived experience and it is something that you will ultimately be able to learn from it, and you're looking for their support. And if you don't have their support, then you also accept that, because there are going to be other people in our lives, regardless of anything that we try, may not want to join us on the journey, or they might not be able to express how they feel in the way that we want them to be able to express themselves. So part of the journey will be about you coming to acceptance that those people, you just continue to live your existence. It will be part of the lessons learned. Okay, it'll be part of the lessons learned that through challenges, we also go through the experience of having to lose some people. Yeah, they show up and they show us who they are in life, or they show up and we are confronted by those challenges and they still continue to go with us through those challenges, whether they accept us or not as well. So I hope this is making sense. Know that in being afflicted, it does not mean that you're weak and you need to hide from the world and that you are a taboo. There's no, like, yes, there were scarlet letters in the dark ages, but this is normal. It's a human experience to go through what you may be going through or have gone through. So it's nothing to be embarrassed about. By being able to speak it out and articulate it, you also help in impacting or changing one more person's life in this world. You may feel stuck or lost in moments, but also know that those moments will soon pass and they're there for a reason, to make you stop, to just really, sometimes we get caught up in the busyness of life to the point that we get lost in it all. So when that happens, it is just a way of nature saying stop and listen to what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your body, so that you can recharge and start to connect more and more with you and who you are in this world and what your life purpose is as well. So when those moments happen, do take a breather, do take a stop, just a stopgap to remind yourself. So even if it means just taking some time out from like going to the park, embracing nature, or taking meditative moments to reflect, or writing as well, you will start to connect more and more with you. You may also have been felt like your life has been flipped upside down, and you feel like you can't contribute to this in this world. But what I'm here to just let you know is that through all the life adversities, it eventually makes you stronger. Stronger in that you gain another level of awareness, what existence means in life, what true existence means. And true existence in life means going through pain in order to be able to ride through it and come through the other end, and be able to then look back, reflect on what you've learned, and be able to impart those lessons with somebody else who might be going through an experience, to be able to help them and also to hold their hand, to let them know that all will be well, and soon all those moments will pass as well. And I believe, lastly, with any experience that we go through life, there are lessons to be learned. So on that note, ladies, I wish you a fantastic weekend. I wish more great and wonderful things to happen in your life. And even if they're not wonderful things, I wish that you continue to embrace you and continue to listen to your internal guide as your intuitive guide into navigating through this world, so that you can continue to embrace your life vision, your life passion, and as well as what is it that you are intended to do? What is it you're intended to be in this world? So I love you and leave you, and remember to share, and also remember to follow to receive notifications. Have a super and fabulous weekend. Bye for me for now.